Just a couple years ago, cubing was simple. You could clearly tell who dominated and who didn't. World Championship podiums were expected, predictable. But then something changed. In the last few years, cubing has transformed beyond imagination, losing all traces of predictability. World Championship finals are now fireworks shows of giant upsets and huge comebacks. Podiums are up for grabs by tens of people, barriers are being broken almost daily, and cubing is flooded once again with competitiveness as times at the top level grow closer and closer. Now, there isn't one dominating figure like there was for all of cubing history. Now, there's three. And if you look closer, you realize that it all traces back to one thing. This thing that we're now calling the goat of speedcubing. This thing is not a person, not even close. This thing is China. But how did we get here? Chapter 1. The calm before the storm. Speedcubing, as we know it, began in 2003 when Ron Van Brookum and Tyson Mao founded the World Cube Association, bringing a new surge of competitiveness to the cubing world. The race to the top had officially begun. Early on, the struggle was real. Records were never held for long, and the top level was overflown with talent. Dan Knights, Satoru Makasumi, Gene Ponce, Eric Axelsdijk, but that wouldn't last for long. 2010, Felix Zemdegs burst onto the scene with 2 world record singles, then 3, then 4. He wins back-to-back world championship titles, still the only person to do so. And finally, a 422 world record single, taking the cubing world by storm. At the time, it felt like we'd done it, the human limit, the peak of cubing. But little did anyone know it was something else entirely, marking the beginning of the end for the West and becoming the spearhead for the Eastern Hemisphere. Chapter 2. The spark. In 2018, the first spark that would eventually become a raging fire appeared in the form of one of the greatest records of all time. This record would shape the cubing world for years to come, bringing controversy and ushering in a new era. Of course, I'm talking about Yi Chengdu's 3.47 second solve, breaking the world record by 3/4 of the second, which isn't just unheard of. It shouldn't even be possible. But he did it. With an 18-move F2L into one of the luckiest last layer cases of all time, this solve shouldn't have happened, but it did. And with it, the beginning of a new era. An era where China didn't just watch from the sidelines, it dominated. But this isn't the only major thing that happened around that time, because in 2019, a 5-year-old Ye Hangwang attended his first competition, Shenzhen Open 2019, with a 33-second average. Though respectable, it was nowhere near world class. Barely anyone noticed, and if they did, they only thought it was a mildly impressive kid. Nobody with that much potential. But oh, how they were wrong. Chapter 3. Ye Hangwang. Ye Hang has come a long way from that 33-second average in 2019. In that year, he competed in 2 more competitions, dropping his average to a respectable 22 seconds. Still, no one noticed. But then, everything would change. Shenzhen Good Afternoon 2020. Ye Hangwang, in his first competition in almost a full year, pops off. He gets a 7.71 second average, placing second. 14.3 seconds faster than his previous PR, this finally begins to grab people's attention, especially coming from a 6-year-old. But he's not done. He's not even close. Jiang Good Morning 2021, round 1. Less than 3 months after 7.71, Ye Hang is ready, this time to completely shock the cubing world with a 6.66 average. There are 3 things especially unique about this average. Number 1, scary number. Number 2, this places him 5th in China and 25th in the world, legitimately becoming a world-class cuber. Many people know about him now. And number 3, let me just remind you once again. He's 6. Fast forward 2 years. He's dropped his PR average a further second, but that's nothing compared to what will happen at Singapore Championships 2023. Round 1. He gets a 4.91 second average, the first ever in China, taking the cubing world by storm once again. By 2024, he'd broken the world record 7 times, officially establishing his dominance in the cubing world. But something else was happening. Something that would rock the cubing world once again. This time, so hard, it would never recover. Chapter 4. The others. Xuan Yigang came out of absolutely nowhere in late 2023 with a shocking 5.87 average. Okay, he didn't actually come out of nowhere, it was metaphorical. Being his second ever average in competition and at only 5 years old, this was beginning to look familiar to a lot of people. In the next 12 months, Xuan Yigang improved at an inhuman pace, even faster than Ye Hang, ending the 2024 year with a 349 single and a 432 average, comfortably taking the throne with Ye Hang by his side. Since then, the rankings have been overflowing with more and more of these Chinese anomalies. Yu Feng Du, Riheng Xu, Bofeng Zhang, Qixing Tao. In fact, 98 out of the 100 top recorded results of all time are from the Chinese. This isn't just skill. It's a carefully crafted formula proven to work by many people over and over. What we're seeing isn't just a wave, it's a takeover. This isn't a fluke or a lucky generation. This is a result of innovation at its highest level. The rest of the world wasn't dethroned quietly. It was shattered, piece by piece, by a system built to win. And now, the rest of the world has one choice. Either keep up or be left in the dust. Because the storm isn't over, it's just beginning.